Can't hear you.
How about now?
I can hear you.
Slow LS3, really? We just don't know what your name is going to be.
Well, I could try and I could put kinda loud LS3 now.
Ooh, oh. Willie Brown in the building. What up, Willie Brown, man? I've been missing you, bro, for real. What up, bro? First one in this week. Yes, you are, bro. What's going on, Willie Brown? What's been happening with you, bro? There we go. We loud and clear now. Ray had to add some correction. He
I
got
was
me
almost
straight.
gonna text you, but I figured you wouldn't even have looked.
Yeah, you got me straight, bro. It's all good. I respect it. I may do this. I forget. Lord have
Yep.
mercy.
It is secondary cat deleted.
Is it really?
Yep. I just have to go back tomorrow because they ran out of gas for the welder.
Who did it?
My friend, her boyfriend, at his shop right down the street.
Enjoying retirement. Really? Oh, hold up. Who retired, man? Willie Brown, did you retire on us? Oh, you talking about Ray? Ray, so did they do really good work? Would you
Oh yeah,
recommend? Because I want to put that X pipe section on Pegasus. Would you recommend them doing that?
they're how they with everything with their scheduling. It's like hit and miss. For you, I would still turn around and say URW,
Okay,
just with it being close and all that stuff.
gotcha. That'll work for me,
But
man.
I'll
I'm gonna
see
just
with
have
how
to do
good
that.
with everything because it's just clamped on really good right now.
Nah,
So,
I need welding. I needed to
well,
be
it's going to get welded tomorrow morning.
gotcha.
The gas for the welder ran out.
So you retired last September, bro? Really? Wow. What would you retire from, Willie Brown? What did you retire from? That's good information, though, Ray. Thanks. I think I will stick with just the URW perspective, welding, because I know they do good work anyway.
Well, I know her boyfriend. He does awesome work at welding. but just availability when they have open slots
That
without
makes
everything.
sense. No,
And it doesn't make sense for you to drive over an hour.
that makes sense, especially with URW right there.
Yeah.
New York Grant, really? Wow, bro! Congratulations, man. No, I didn't even know that. 28 years, Willie Brown, for real? Sheesh! I'm not mad at you, bro. What are you doing now? How do you? So when I think about retirement, I really I'm looking forward to that day, right? What do you do with your time? Although I did retire from the Navy, but I retired and still working on another job right now. So what do you do for your time, man? How are you making your time work for you?
Making really bad financial decisions.
I don't think Willie Brown is making bad. Look, he at the gym and relaxing. He ain't making too many bad decisions.
Oh,
Willie
yeah,
Brown is not making that many bad decisions, my brother. Grandkids. Ooh, that part right there. You know, if I could be, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. If I could be the primary pickup at child care, that I'll take that job from my grandchild. I would accept that job. If that was my job every day, I'll take it. Just to see her little face and how excited she gets when she sees Pop Pop. Bro, that's no drug is better. I'm just saying, no drug is better.
And then I accidentally ordered the cold air intake for the car too.
Accidentally.
Oh yeah, and the lowering springs got ordered too over the weekend.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
How do you do those things accidentally?
My finger slipped on empty cart.
Slipped on empty cart. This is how this works. You hear this, Willie Brown? These are accidents that he has.
I've got it. The wheels. I got the wheels narrowed down to 2.
We supposed to. We'll probably chat right after this because I want to see what you're looking at. I'm curious.
I've already seen them before.
I have.
Yeah, the Weld Venturas that are on the Camaro.
Yeah.
And the Weld Lagunas that I had on the Vette.
Not a bad deal. I think that's a good move.
So it's between those two.
Wow.
But I'm going to wait to see how the car looks with the springs before I do the wheels. Because I'm staying with 19s. So I just want to make
perfect.
sure.
I think that's the perfect. I think 20s will be a killer set for that. But even
I don't want to run that low profile tire with the drop I'm doing. I don't want to be running 25 series sidewalls.
A 1920 stagger would be nasty. Working from January to May with my mom. She has her own tax office. The rest of the year is mine. That's awesome. That's pretty cool, man. Wow. TD in the building, man. Where you been, TD? TD must have went out there and found him a Hummer, man. This is why he been MIA. He must have went and found him an H1.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna hold out a little bit longer on the reveal. I guess I was wrong. That brother couldn't wait.
Well, I'll put it this way: I've already blocked and deleted who I've needed to so far.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't need to hear. You should have done this. I would have done this instead. I don't. I really don't care anymore.
You've been in the shadows. It's all good. There's a lot of people that kind of been hanging out in them shadows too, man. They'll tell me, "Hey, man, I was in the live. I just didn't say nothing." I get that a lot. Not everybody want to talk, and I get it. Some people like to sit back and watch a show. Respect it. I love to hear just the different thoughts and commentary. Even my mom, she said, I'm in there sometimes. She said, I want to say something, but I don't want to say nothing at the wrong. I'm like, just if you got something to say it. It's in the chat. We're gonna touch on it.
I got something to say.
Uh-oh.
Boobs.
What?
Boobs.
Why you say that?
I don't know.
Come on, man. Get it together, brother. That's not what this channel is about. We don't do that on this channel. Stay focused. That's not what this channel is about. Stay focused.
We can add some variety.
No, we're not adding that variety. No, not at all. Not at all. Thank you very much. I thought we had a real good conversation last week that'll lead us in the right track today. We don't do that, bro. look at TD, huh? We don't do that, bro. Last week was powerful. It was very powerful, and it carried on for me. Um, it carried on throughout the weekend, man. It was yeah, last week was actually heavy, man. This day kind of landed in that same space again, man. It's starting to happen more and more often, and I'm not running from it. I love it. I love the conversation, and I love the fact that when people need to hear something that they need to hear, that they get what they need out of things, out of conversation, out of however God does what He needs to do. So I respect it. Um, man, I needed it. Man, you never realize how much I may be running my mouth, man, but I needed it. Um, I needed it. Lefty has some real good things to say, and I think some of the things that Lefty had to say last week also resonated strong, and it's the kind of stuff that I kept hearing over and over again. So last week was powerful, man, without a doubt. Have to be, bro. I don't want to be darkness. There's nothing about darkness I want to be. I want to be. I want His light to shine through me as much as He would allow it to happen. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Bruh, no, my calling is exactly where I'm at. One thing, I ain't trying to be nobody's pastor. That's for doggone sure. That's a lot of souls. That's a lot of responsibility. I don't want that. I don't want that, man. That's too heavy for me. End of the day, we definitely need to travel mercifully. Yeah, man. Travel mercies. We always need travel mercies. We're car guys. We out there in these streets driving these things. We definitely always need traveling mercy. Got to make sure that, man, we out here safe, man, and that we can stand late with. Oh, Ray. The dude with the bro, you got to hear this. The dude with the Alpha, the red Alpha. We're driving down through Crystal Lake, headed towards what was I heading toward? I was heading towards, like, you're going towards Cary. I can't think of the doggone name of the street. And I'm working my way there to turn down the road that leads. I don't know why they're blanking. All the names of everything is blanking. But I'm turning down at that light, that intersection, to go down like you're going to Kobe's house.
Yeah.
But I'm going straight first before I get to the Chevy dealership. We just passed the Chevy dealership. I'm in a right-hand lane, left-hand lane. He's in the right-hand lane. That dude just got over me, cut me off. Bro, when I say almost hit the car, no turn signal, no nothing. Just got over on me. I'm like, what does this dude just do? And he waved out the window like to say he's sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, bro, come on. Get it together, right? Not only did he get over there, but he gets over into the turning lane, like he's turning to go to down bro, I can't think of no name. The restaurant that we go to.
Jameson's.
Yes, like he's turning to go down that road, turn into James. So he's turned there. I'm like, this dude, look, I didn't want to look at him. I'm upset with him. Kept going, made it past Chick-fil-A, and just as I'm turning to get in that turning lane, he comes coming down the road. Like, where did he go? If he was turning, that means he turned, getting in that lane. Then he came back into regular traffic to come back and came past me. That dude was driving, bro. He got on my nerves, bro. Traveling mercies, we need it, man. Not just for the people that's driving stupid for ourselves, but that we can stay calm, man. Okay, now explain how I could get that C706, C806. Honestly, it's probably one of the most available cars out there, man. Especially with the ZR1 coming out, there's a lot of people that are offloading that so they can get that ZR1. They're out there. They're right now out there with 0 miles at dealerships or low miles at dealerships. They're very available right now. You just got to be willing to pay for it. especially if they got taxes on them. Initially, like we were hearing, there wasn't going to be that many places that have taxes, especially on the new ZR1. That one that you sent, Lefty, $104,000. That markup is stupid on a car that should be about about 117, 217, excuse me. 410, that's bananas. And if you look around the country or pay attention to some of the moves that are making, they're averaging in mid to high threes right now. Ooh, Mr. Johnson in the building. What up, Mr. Johnson? PK in the building, baby. The prices are ridiculous. I was talking to Show this weekend, man. He gave me some good information. I hope he jumps in here because he's got some really good information. You know, he's deeper into the vets, man, than I am. It's crazy right now. You think there'll be an opportunity that they'll get away from crazy markups. We're not there yet. At least not on some cars. I think the ZR1, in a very unfortunate way, earned a markup because of his performance. So now they're, taxing on his price that rivals the cars that it's chewing up on the road, which is unfair to the Corvette enthusiasts, especially those that can actually afford it at cost or around cost. $50,000 is one markup, but over $100K, that's just so unfair. I don't know if you guys remember, the Corvette is supposed to be the blue collar sports car or supercar, sports car, whatever you want to call it. So it meant to be afforded by your average American. Right now, this is not where that car sits. With the markup, especially, it's at a whole nother class. I mean, before the markup, in my opinion, it's at another class at over $200K. But with the markup,
that one event costs more than a Ferrari or Lamborghini.
Why though? It shouldn't. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to. I thought the Z06 was marked up pretty bad when it started hitting $200K.
I thought the Stinger
was like 100 and a half. What'd you say?
I was even shocked when the C8 came out, the markups on those.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, bro. And look how many people it hurt.
Yep.
It hurt a lot of people, man, because when that price crashed down, when the Z06 came, the Stingray prices crashed to the earth. And when that price crashed to the earth, all those people that had a little bit extra skin in the game, that went out the window. It went completely out of the window. Oh man, it's just unfair, man. When you think about, and I'm looking at it through a consumer's eyes, of course. Especially with the Z06, where it was, to me, that was in a space where it became very affordable for that level of performance. It's mind blowing. I would say the same for the ZR1. I'm not paying $200K for a car though. Not right now. That's not my lane. That's not my lane.
Even if I had $10 million, I still wouldn't buy it for $200.
I don't think I could either, bro. I don't know if I could do it.
Other options for that price point.
Especially for, if you think about what these, and I don't want to, and let's call a spade, right? So when you think about what that means from a car perspective when it comes to Corvette and in the lane that it plays or the space that it lay in, it unfortunately doesn't get the credit that it needs against all the other supercars. I think the ZR1 really set a new standard by its performance, but even the supercar guys out here, they don't give the vet the same love. I think more vets stay around vets more than anything else. Some of these, like there's this group that go out, they do this morning cruise. It's all supercars. You got to apply to get in, and soon you hit that Chevy button, you out. Our show was like, man, they don't want me to ride with them. I don't want to ride with them. I ride with them. So I'm good. Which I'm not mad at them. I mean, hey, look, they cruise how they want to cruise. They have their own criteria and they set it. Good for them. Um, that's why I wanted to do the cruise that we do because it allowed us to do what we want to do with people that we want to be around. The car shouldn't matter. I was watching E Vapors, man. His one of his latest videos. I haven't seen one of his videos in a while. So he dropped 2 videos in the last 6-7 days. So I'm watching E Vapors, and he was talking about his experience with his Stingray, and he's got a 21 white black interior with the white wing on the back. Stingray LT1, 1LT, excuse me, with the Z51 package. And one of the things that he talked about, which is very typical with all these Corvette guys, Duke minus the groove. What up, bro? Always see vests and packs. And that's how they cruise too. That's usually how they cruise. But he talked about his experience and how there's classism amongst vets, and it's very obvious. It is very strong classism. Don't roll up with a 1LT next to somebody that got a 3LT. They're gonna talk about the fact that they got a high trim package and they believe that their car is better because they have a high trim package. He came up with a very strong point. He wanted a car that gave him the performance that he wanted. He had a Tesla. He got a Tesla. He lived in this beautiful community. Where he gets to ride around on golf carts, where he has a golf course in the community. He's not living bad. He's not living in a place where he doesn't have it doesn't look like he's struggling. He's doing well for himself. Retired Navy veteran. He's doing well for himself, but he wanted what he got. He got exactly what he wanted. And interestingly enough, the 1LT, reduces a lot of the weight because it doesn't have the 15 speaker stereo. It's got the 10 speaker stereo. It don't have all the other, heavier pieces that's in the car because it's a lighter trim package. It has less. And that's what he wanted. Is that a bad thing? Nah, it's not bad, man. He got what he wanted. And I think that's the key. But there's still a lot of people that love playing the trim package game. Oh, well, you only got this. Mine is better. Blah, 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 blah. It's still a vet. Okay, you got what trim you got. It's still a vet. You can have I had a preference when I got my trim package. When I looked for what I wanted. He built his car. He built his car with a one. So he got exactly what he wanted. Can you blame him? I'm sorry, Ray, what you were saying?
Same motor, so trim level doesn't really.
It doesn't matter.
The trim level ain't going to give it another 50, 60 horsepower.
It's not. It's not.
And people look at it. I mean, it's.
Oh, and Willie Brown, be careful with the Z06 if you get one, man. Well, I know you probably ain't chasing it like that. So many. I'm seeing one after another transmission failures. I'm like, man, this is crazy. One after another transmission failures.
I think Mike just got his E-Ray back yesterday. The front motor went out on it.
What?
Yeah, Paul had it all tore apart, and I think he got it back, yesterday.
If you're able to pull one of those Z06s off, and I'm sitting here looking at it, the prices are amazing in my book. Good Lord. I'm looking at a 24 Z06 with 692 miles for $132,000. A 25 Z06 with 1,800 miles for $145,000. These are crazy prices.
I've seen some in the 170s, 180s with like 4,000 or 5,000 miles.
Not no more. The prices are coming down.
Oh, this was just the other day.
This is coming down. Let me show y'all my screen because clearly I got to show y'all better than I can tell you. The prices are coming down, right? It's like Z06, the Z06 prices aren't what they used to be. The markups aren't there. Look, I'm just showing y'all, man. Look, I just want to show y'all some prices so you can kind of get understand where I'm coming from. This is this 25 Z06. Look at, and we're not talking high miles, man. This is 1,800 miles, 140. This car wasn't that before that. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I just found one.
3 digits. This is the 3-digit Z06 for 138,000, 133, 100. And none of these cars. Look at this. This is 1,200 miles, 800 miles. We're not talking crazy miles. Now these are higher mileage, but it's still 5,800 miles. That's break-in miles. For
I just found a 24 up in Delavan with 2,000 miles for 113.
Bro, when I say the price is 1,700 miles for $119,000, this is what I'm trying to tell you. When it comes to the prices of these cars, they're coming down because of ZR1. Not only that, but unfortunately, there have been some challenges, and I believe the manufacturers is taking some type of ownership when it comes to the transmission issues that are happening with these things. The prices are in a different place now. Way different place. Way different place. And it was still something on the radar for me. I absolutely considered upgrading Zeus to the new Z06 from a performance perspective.
Yeah, here's a 25 with 1,000 miles for 171.
Yeah, whatever that is, that's good on them. But I showed you too many examples of it less than.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where they're ridiculous with some of them.
This right here is the key, right? The prices are actually low. You may find a one-off, but it's pretty high. Somebody's still trying to get their money out of the car. They can't. You got all these examples.
And if I were to spend that type of money, I would turn around and do it on a very low mileage C6 ZR1.
Yeah, I would go that route any day. I would rather get a C6 ZR1 than this one. It's a nostalgic car. It's going to hold value longer than this car. This car is crashing to the earth. That C701 will last. C601 will hold value longer than the Z06. I can promise you that. So I'm gonna tell you what kind of really turned me away from the idea of it was talking to Zay, man. You know, although young Zay, shout out to Primetime Zay, man. After talking to Zay and going through the thought of living vicariously through him with his car, right? He got the Rapid Blue Z06 with the matching Forgiatos, yada yada yada. He don't get the same love, man, amongst the community of supercars. The car sounds amazing. It says crazy fast. But as y'all heard on here, it's like he's not attached to it like that. Because it's not getting the love. He already know that he wants something else that's going to get 5 training day might be super late joining. Okay. He's already known that he wants something else. And if he's going to chase after that, he wants the V10. I'm not mad at him. Can't hate on that. If he wants the V10 and he's willing to go get it, you know what it takes to get it. He's going to do what it takes to get it. But I don't know, man. It's just, again, it's just in that really, really interesting place, right? Cover guy, and just going back to Duke minus the groove, I said it over and over again. We got some very interesting dudes in this Corvette space, and a lot of them do cruise together. They like to roll together. And if you ever sat in that environment and just listen, you'll hear the classism just taking off because they talk about what they did or what they're not going to do. Their Corvette guys are so extreme. Either they're going to be the absolute purists when it comes to their car, or they're going to go way left and do some crazy stuff on their car. That's majority of them. the real Corvette guys. We talking the guys that actually got Corvette sneakers. Like they say Corvette. so it's a different type of community, man. So when you think about who was it I was talking to? Vasily. Vasily said the Ferrari isn't Ferrari. People that own Ferrari is not just a Ferrari drive. It's a culture. Owning a Ferrari is being part of that culture of Ferrari. It's a different vein. It's a very different vein. It goes back to what we were talking about when it came to Ferrari doing the cease and desist on people that modify their car, right? I bought the car. Why are you telling me I can't do what I want to do to my car? My point. So, I'm sorry. I just started looking at this again. He said, I thought it was the New Balance. It was, yeah, but it is. It's still New Balance. It's still the jorts, the shorts, the jean shorts. It's still the t-shirt tucked in those jean shorts with that belt pulled tight. Sitting there with their Corvette hat on and their little lawn chair behind their car. Yeah, that's it all day long. What up, bro? Bro, I'm gonna have to hit you up, man. You'll be very proud of me. Mr. Me and 3. You'll be very proud of me. Bruh. Come on, man. Say it again. I think you said it last time. Ferrari is like an HOA. It's like when you own that car, you don't own. It's like they still feel like they could control what you do and don't do with that car. It's crazy. I'm sitting up here looking at a 25 Stingray. It says used with 187 miles on it for $64,900. That's crazy. There were people that had car probably start up there and had a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 markup. I'm good. They got an E-Ray on here with 2 miles, man, for $137,000. I'm just saying, man, them prices are something else. With the Ford GT, they were very. You know what? I didn't know that. That's good information. I didn't know Ford was very particular when it came to the GT.
Oh yeah, you had to turn around and sign a contract saying you'd keep it for a certain amount of time, and
I remember that.
If you and then you would get penalized, and you'd have to pay out if you sold it before then. There was a big lawsuit. Ford actually tried suing, went after and sued John Cena when he had his GT and decided to sell it. Ford went after him and sued him.
All right, so don't be lurking in the background, man. I want you to come on here and talk to these people. What you doing?
Probably getting food.
They sued John Cena for selling his. They did sue him. Wow. I didn't know that. I knew they had the contract thing. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I forgot about it. But I didn't think they were as bad as Ferrari. Ferrari's bad. They stop you from modifying your car.
Yeah, I think they sued Cena for like almost 6-7 times what the value of the car was.
Come on, man. Are you serious?
Yeah, it wasn't even for the value of the car. It like exceeded it royally.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There he is. Why you lurking in the background, bro? What's wrong with you, man?
Dude, I'm still working.
Are you really?
Looks like
Where are you?
I'm back in the city, but they've been storming all day, so I was like, yeah, I'm not getting down there, so I'll just sit in the car.
Yeah, I had to, because I went to the city today and walking to Ogilvy, man. It was raining like you would not believe. I'm trying to get in between the raindrops to try to make it to the train and be at least not soaked.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So,
they just want you to. That's crazy. It's your car. You should do what you want with it. Drive it, sit on it. It don't matter. It's your car. That's crazy.
Let your dog drive it.
Well, I was gonna say when it comes to Ferrari, man, it's like I kind of get the concept because at this point, what they're doing makes your car an appreciated asset. So it's hard to argue.
I didn't look
Like
at it
everything,
from that angle. I didn't even look at
huh?
it from that angle. Good point.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So it's like if you look at it from their POV or from that purpose, everything you complain about is just making it a depreciating asset. But if you leave it how, or if you stick to what they're telling you to do, it's an investment, not just a car to play with. You know
Good
what I'm
point.
saying?
Yeah, no, good point. Very good point.
So I think the problem with most people when it comes to Ferrari is they've never owned a car that appreciates because the people that own collectors cars they don't complain about
Yeah, but they don't drive them either.
it. And that's my point. So they look at it as an appreciating asset and investment. It's more of a showpiece. The fact that I got it, you know what I'm trying to say, than it is that I want to do all this to it, modify it, rip it up and down the highway, take it on the track. That's that younger crew. I ain't gonna say young crew. That's more of that group that wants to see if the car can really perform the way they say it can perform.
But isn't
And then
that
they want to.
in the Mothetic? Was that Jamie Foxx that said that? That's what it's made for. Is that
But,
what it's made for?
but my point is, them people have no problem. It's the people that want to sit there and say the engineers they didn't do enough. If I add this supercharger to it, if I add this turbocharger,
Modifications. Okay, I see what you're saying.
you understand what I'm saying? Because it's like
Yeah.
if you keep it the way it is, you can still put wheels on it. You can still tweak the interior. They just tell you don't mess with the purification of the engine and the process of what they did.
And they've
And
literally
it's
put controls on exhaust, so you cannot change the exhaust, or the car won't run.
so again, like you said in your Jamie Foxx voice, they built it. They that's what it's made for. What you want to, as long as you leave it for what it was made for. The minute you try to make something else out of it, we got a problem.
Yeah, and that's why they've been sending cease and desist to
Now,
everybody that's doing modification. This is what we talked about last week. I don't know if you heard about it. But to your point, I
I
didn't
saw
look
bits and pieces of
from
it.
that perspective. I just saw it from the whole modification, the underlying part of it, and that's what you kind of expelling, which makes sense to me.
Well, I will say it like this: it's one of those situations to me, in my opinion, whereas it's the American way in you to say you can't tell me nothing. That's what it really is. Because if you really think about it from another perspective, and another perspective would be that you knew this before you bought the car.
Yeah,
So if you felt like you didn't want nobody to tell you what to do with something you spent your money on,
this ain't
this ain't the car for you.
well. Let's go back a little bit, because even if they bought a used, they're not gonna. Someone that isn't in that scene that buys a car used, they're not gonna see it through that perspective. And to get a new Ferrari, again, like we mentioned before, you got to be within the family or have a relationship with them. Meaning, you have to own maybe one or two used Ferraris, right? And
Correct.
before you can even go in there and buy one. So now, when you get that person who has gotten to the point they've owned one or two used, and now they have a relationship, now they're ready to buy a brand new Ferrari, right? Everything that you're saying is going to come
Hmm.
out at that point, right? They're going to understand that we don't
Well,
expect
no, let's take
anything to drive the crap out of
I will be right
let me
back.
take you a step back.
it. Yeah.
Let me take you a step back.
All right, Ray.
When you go to buy your first Ferrari and you try to go to a dealership and buy one, they say, "Oh no, you can't buy one, brother. You got to own one first."
Yeah.
And then you go look at the used section and realize the used cars cost more than the new cars, and you ask a simple question if you're smart. What is this? And then they explain it to you. So
Yeah.
you don't really go into this blind.
No. No.
Every time I've looked at a Ferrari, whether I asked the question or not, whether it was a Ferrari dealer, and I've never went to a Ferrari dealer, just to be honest with you. I've never went to a Ferrari dealer, but anytime I inquired
I
about a
did.
Ferrari,
I went once. I went in London. I walked in. It's small, but I went to a
but
Ferrari.
but my point behind it is every place that had a Ferrari that did like exotic cars or used high end
Yep.
luxury cars,
Yep.
when you inquire about a Ferrari, they tell you up front, well, Ferrari's a different type of ownership.
Yeah.
Everybody tells you this. So you
Everybody.
can't tell me you bought this car not knowing. You wanted to go to 50 Cent route and say, you can't tell me what to do. And what's funny about it is, and what's funny about it is, you bought this car only to learn when they say cease and desist. You just can't walk into a dealership with a parts. They want a VIN number. And if your VIN number says cease and desist, you can't even get parts for this damn
You
thing.
can't even get parts.
So that's why I say, so you had an understanding
Hold on. Let's back
before
up
you
even
went in.
further. Like what you said. You got a cease and desist. Now maybe you got a little change and you was able to offload that car on somebody else. And you decide you're gonna go and buy another one. Your name gonna come up and they're gonna say, you had a cease and desist. You are out of the family.
The only the,
You're not buying another
the
car.
only way you get another Ferrari is through a used dealer.
That's it. You're not buying the brand.
And, and like I said, if you don't burn up that van, they'll still give you parts, but you ain't walking in there and getting a new.
No, you're not buying.
So it's like, so my thing is, so as I said, so you can't. So it's hard for somebody to tell me because I have never. I don't care if it's a Mercedes dealer. Everybody I've met that was selling a Ferrari tell you, hey, bro, when you buy a Ferrari, it's a different ownership. It's
Yep.
a difference.
Yeah. I've
So
had
my thing is, if you
going down
wanted to
my
buy
journey of
a
dealing
car,
with trying to look at that doggone 458. That's what I kept hearing. It's a different type of ownership.
so all I'm saying to you is, if you want to mod a car, Ferrari ain't the car for you.
That ain't the one. Hey, did
It
you
ain't
get a
the
chance
one.
to go to the Toy Barn?
Yeah, I did go to Toy Barn.
Oh, Mr. Johnson was asking about that.
Oh yeah, I went up there. I went up there. I drove two cars. The Range Rover SVR they have is white, and they also had a Mercedes S AMG. I think it was a '63, not the V12. It was a '63, not the '65. But they had a couple nice cars up there. They had a Cullinan R8, a couple cars. They had a couple cars that was going out. They had an R8 that was going out, and I think a McLaren or something like that. But
That R8 was modded though, wasn't it?
I don't even remember.
Thought
I
it
just
was.
know it was clean and it was sitting in the bay ready for delivery. So whoever was coming to get it, you know what I'm trying to say?
It was about to pick up that monster.
Right. And then it was a couple people there. It was a couple people that trying to buy modest stuff like a Ford GT50 and a Jaguar F Type. Those I think was a V6, but they had some. They had a couple nice things up there. Um, so I can't complain about it. But
We done lost him. Everybody that fell off the map. Lord have mercy. I was just about to ask him about this car because this sucker look crazy. The new LS 500. All right, so when you get back in here, I gotta get your opinion on this one. This sucker is nasty. Yeah, I'm here. Hold up. You here?
yeah,
Bro, I just
I,
clicked on, I don't know how I found this 2025 LS 500 convertible. This thing is nasty. Thoughts?
2025 LS 500,
Yup,
Lexus 500,
yup.
LC 500,
LC 500, my bad.
and it's
LS
what?
was a sedan. This like it's nasty. I see a coupe, a convertible. This like it's nasty.
I mean, so it's a nice car. I like it a lot, but I mean, I still would get one. I would still drive one. I just feel like they're not as common as I'm gonna make it sound, but they're kind of common. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
They're
Like
not
how
that common though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You see way more vets on the road than you see these.
you see way more vets on the road than you will see that. But right now, if you go in the hood, that's the hood famous coupe. So you
Man,
will see a ton of dope boys with it.
I guess I don't see
So
enough in the hood.
oh,
I don't
okay,
see the
I'm
same.
sure you don't.
I don't. I
But I,
don't.
but I, but I can tell you this: I was in the hood today, and I saw about seven of them things.
Good Lord.
Yeah. When you go to like the little hood car shows now, it is I would say the coupe of choice.
This sucker is pretty clean, man. It's kind of hot. I ain't tripping. Now. Would you buy an R8? Yes. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I mean, R8 is still. I still like R8, and it's on my list of one of the ones I wouldn't mind. I want to own. Um, when I really started thinking about it, especially talking to the guys, man, when we start talking it amongst us and start realizing what's really, really going on, man, I still want them doors to go up.
It's that part.
Yeah, I still want them doors to go up. I mean, for an R8, I have to put them doors on. I put hinges on there. Kind of talking like what Show was talking about. To get that Porsche, you got to put them hinges on there, right? And just ruin every relationship with every Porsche owner out there. Um, but man, I want them doors to go up, man. So I don't know. I mean, when I think about what's next for me, when I do get something else, it's gonna be a minute, but them doors going up.
Um, I feel like that it's not even gonna be a minute for what's next. It's just now when am I gonna pull the trigger? But I think the door is going up for me maybe two more cars away
Okay.
at the longest. It just really depends on what comes out next because it's like me doing more research. I'm really vibing this AMG GT motor, that four
It's
bi turbo.
nasty. You is nasty, and it's definitely one I want for the garage one day. It's nasty, for real.
Yes, it's like so. I'm really gravitating to playing with that, and I feel like whatever comes after that is literally gonna be determined by. And I'm not even saying I'm guaranteed to get that, but what I will sit there and say is that I'm strongly leaning that way.
Bro. Well, my church is in the hood, but it's a different hood. I'm sorry, Show. Go ahead.
That's good. I'm strongly leaning that way, but I feel like whatever comes after that is either gonna be just depending how the market hits. It may be a C8 Z06 or it may be a McLaren AMG GT. It just depends on how, or it may be a Wraith. It just depends on how the market shapes.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah, 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 yeah. And honestly, the only out of what you just said, and bro, I want to talk to you about this weekend, by the way, too. So out of what you just said, the three cars, the two that range highest for me is the AMG GT and the Wraith. Let's talk about that Wraith. Why the price is going up?
I know, right?
Prices going up. So I started looking at
I,
Wraith this weekend, and I'm like, whoa,
yeah, I
I'm
did too.
not finding out one under six figures now. We
Oh,
were finding Wraith
it's
in the
it,
80s.
it's yeah, it's about six a month. I was looking last night. It's
We were
about
finding
six a
Wraith in
month.
the 80s, bro.
Yeah, we was finding a race in the high 80s,
Yeah,
but it's about six of them out there now. They all between 97 and 99, so it's still six figures. But
bro. Most of the one, and I can't remember if I see. I think I did see something in the 90s, high 90s. To your point, that's still six figures.
yeah, so
Bro,
I just feel like
where
I
the
feel
price? How? When are Rolls Royce and when their prices start going up? That's crazy to me. Is it the V12?
I think it's the fact that one one it's the fact that the V12s are becoming faint now because like even even when you look at the Aston Martin V12, it's went up now. So I think the fact that they ixnate all these things, you know what I'm trying to say, it's making them, because like even the S Coupe V12, it's went up.
Yep.
So I think the fact that the V12 has really become an extinct character now, they're slowly going up.
Hey, TD says, "Show, I think you and me, I mean, me and you are the same in the same boat." He said, "We're too busy trying to be different that it's hard to find something that is unique." You see, that we are
Oh
not
yeah,
satisfied with anything. So that's a good point.
TD.
What are your thoughts?
So here's my thing, TD. This is how bad it is for me, right? So I've even gotten to the point whereas this is why I say I'm kind of gravitating towards the AMG GT, that AMG motor, right? The only thing that seems unique for under, I really don't want to spend more than 85, and I really don't want to be that high.
Y'all don't even
I want,
understand where this number started at. I'm not gonna. I'm
oh
not
yeah,
gonna. I'm not gonna
this
tell you
number start
when it started.
this number start this number started at 40 grand.
I'm not gonna tell
So
you when this number started.
so that's how far to bump myself up. I'm back at a C8 now. So I'm like,
Jesus.
but my thing is, so now looking at the unique factor, I'm like, they didn't really make that many Mercedes AMG GTs. The engine is really solid. I done test drove several now.
Rock. This is the one thing that was leading me to it for a moment. As a rock.
Yes, so I done test drove several. They are kind like where we go a lot. You may see more than normal, so you may think they're not rare. But when you look at the actual production numbers for the years they put out, they didn't make a lot of them. And so the funny thing about it is, I find myself like, okay, but then if I look at a Aston Martin DB11 has the same motor, they barely made 300 of them cars a year. So I find myself gravitating to the Aston Martin
Aston,
just because the
Aston
fact
Martin
it's going to
sounds
be
amazing.
extremely rare.
And it sounds amazing.
So that's literally where I've been at, and I just at this point I'm just trying to find the one like color combination, interior and exterior, that makes me say that's it. I've saw one, it sold like that. So yeah. So I'm literally like you say, TD, I'm on something that I just like to stand out just a little bit enough that I want the car to be something you won't see every day anyway.
I
And
mean,
then when I add my touches to it, it's gonna stand out even more. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm really gravitating between them two cars or the car that everybody can do. Don't get the Range Rover or the Range Rover. So I still can't let that truck go.
still on your heart.
Yep. Yeah. Like I said, you don't see them. Honestly, I think they might like in real talk. They stopped making the first version of the AMG GT, right? The newer version is out and there's still ain't a lot of them. But even from the old body style, which technically transitioned into the 2020 with the revised front lift,
The front.
it's only like 18,000 a period across the country.
I still like that car. I think that car is fire. I like the facelift. I think it is a amazing car. Like when I walked around um the folk, good lord, Cliff car is fire. Like every time I see him, to your point, we see him at probably almost all the high end shows we go to. We might see one or two maybe, right? But they always catch my attention because again, and I like what I call is the Mercedes Viper, right?
Mm-hmm.
That nose, the line, that wide body, just the lines of this car, the way it sits, the stance, the sound. Man, that thing is phenomenal. It's a dope car, man. It really is
Yeah.
a dope car. And I really wasn't my only one. I want the doors to go up first, though. I got to get someone to doors going up first. That's
And see,
that's
like I said,
this car, but that's again, that's a wow because I don't want to replace anything.
so when it comes to me, it's just how much do I want to transition from Zeus to that.
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm just being honest with you. So here's the thing. Like I said, when you do the research on them, I can't give you the exact figures. I'm not in front of the paper and stuff I got at the house, but it's somewhere right around 16,000 to 18,000, maybe 18,867 or something like that. That's made. That includes regular GTs, S's, C's, and R's. But when you start to go down to them, I think it's less than 1,000 R's ever made, and that includes the Black Series. I think it may be 1,300 C's ever made, and you talking about from 2016 to 2023. So in my eyes, and then everything else is the base and the S's, which is probably like 13, 14,000 cars.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So to me, those they still rare, but they not rare in the AMG GT community. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you look at it from that point of view, is just think about it like this. There is less Mercedes AMG GTs made from 2016 to 2023 than there was Corvette C8s made the first year
Wow.
in 2020, or it's just above it. So my thought process is, and this is where I say how the Aston kind of came back into it, is I can get an AMG GT, and in the area we in, only people that because I want to see only people that look at the car would know it's different. But
Yeah.
for most people, it's just the AMG GT, or you can just go out and get an Aston Martin because they got so many versions of the AMG GT. It's kind of like that. Oh, you just got an AMG, no, I got a C. But
Right.
when you look at the DB11, they only got a V8 or a V12, and most people can't tell them apart because the only thing that really signifies it is an extra vent on the hood.
Start looking at that classism.
Right. So you start looking at the classes. So it's like, but if you get the DB11, it's still rare because they only make like 300 a year.
That's crazy.
And they stopped making them. So it's like
Right.
2018 to, well, 2017 to 2023, I think. And you talking about 300 a year?
That's very rare.
It's rare.
Hmm.
It is so funny because, like, we was having that conversation, I think Sunday, is that it's rare and you really don't hear much about it because the people that own it ain't the people that's like showcasing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right. Right.
Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we went to I think the only car show I ever saw a DB11 at was the Illinois Motors Cars and Coffee that somebody actually owned.
The only time, yep, that's true. I saw a couple, and this is not going to be uh, uncommon, but at that all British car show, there was
Yes.
like 4 or 5 of them there.
And
But
I would expect
that's
them
the
to
way
be there. Yeah. But my thing is, but if you think about it from that perspective, out of all the car shows we done went to, in let's just say a 3 year window, I might have seen two at two different car shows. And you know how much we get out.
yeah, yeah, you're right. To me, they're more rare than the Huracan. Agreed. You see
Yeah.
way more Huracans out there than you see of that car.
And so
Way more.
and my thing is the infotainment and the engine is Mercedes.
Yeah,
If you actually get in the car, everything else, the leather, the sofa, that's Aston Martin. I'm telling you, get in the car. The leather quality, the craftsmanship, it's nothing like. I have never experienced that on a Mercedes. I sat in that car like the stitching is just different because it's hand stitched, so you can feel like it's almost like you can feel like them squeeze it together and
yeah,
sewing it. You can feel that in the stitch. It ain't like a machine where it's perfectly. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you can feel the squeeze. They squeezed as a hand tightened and pulled that with some extra, with some oomph in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that interior, that leather is amazing, especially to be hand stitched. So it's
yeah.
just like sitting in the car. I'll tell you right now, like I want a DB12. The DB12 is more up to date technologically and eye appealing. But when you sit in that DB11, it's like you feel like you're in a timeless classic. Like it ain't the wow factor, but it's like, man, this thing it ain't normal.
No,
Like even Mercedes leather ain't that nice. And that's why I say I go back and forth because I do like the center stance and the stack of the AMG GT,
Yeah,
but it's something about being in that Aston, like it just feel different.
yeah. Wow,
So
wow. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, that's part of it. Part of the experience. They put a lot into that car.
they
A lot
did.
into that car.
And then just keeping it rare, oh come on now. Like it
Yeah.
screams me all day long. But
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not gonna lie to you. I still have a what gets me, and this is my thing, like, and we were talking about this Sunday. What really gets me is this right here. There just isn't a lot of options to uniquely modify the look of that car. So
No,
if you get
it's
it,
not. It's not.
and that's what drives me back, like makes me still lean towards the Mercedes. Cause I'm like, there's so many different options I can add on to change the look of the Mercedes. From like a higher wing to a low wing to a barely high wing to a duckbill wing. Like you know, what I'm trying to say
Yeah,
it different front vents, different spoilers, different diffusers. It's like the Mercedes has way more options to change the look.
it does.
There is there is literally one front spoiler for that Aston, but you don't see them anyway. So if you change it, it's just like yours still going. But it's only one spoiler option.
Right.
There's literally two different wings, and one of them don't look the greatest. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, and then two is almost like you go back and forth because if you put a wing on it, in my opinion, it almost look instantly like the damn Lexus LC 500.
Wow. That's a good point. It does.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like once you slap that wing on it, it's like you almost for the average person, you just downgrade it to a car they see all the time.
Yeah.
But when you don't slap it on there, it's like, what is this? So, because I'm like, if I could just find a little small duckbill spoiler, I think I would put that on it. But there's nothing out there for it. And then don't get me wrong, because it's so unique. It channels air through the car and through the trunk and blows it out on a slight wind. So it's
Right.
like you really can't block that.
That car does some amazing stuff, bro.
Yeah, so it's like it's a very uniquely designed vehicle. And I'll be honest with you, it's probably the first car and the only car I've ever really looked at that I don't like the convertible over the coupe.
Wait, said it again?
It's probably the first car I've ever looked at that I really don't like the convertible over the coupe.
Really?
Yeah, I've been trying to convince myself to like the convertible because I know if I get it, and I haven't seen any with a sunroof option, so I'm like that's going to annoy me at some point that I can't do something with the top. But it's like I really like the look of the coupe top up over the convertible with the top up or down.
Wow.
So it's just like, yeah,
That's a very good. That's an interesting point, man. That's a very interesting point. Sitting here trying to look this up. Wow. That's crazy. You froze, man. Look at you froze. That's crazy. Look at this. Y'all see this? What is going on? I think he had the matte PPF on that green Aston. I think that takes it to the next level. I'm sorry, green one with the brown interior. Um, you know, when these guys, and I was just talking to these guys about some of the things that they've been looking at, especially when they were looking at, you know, everybody been running away from black cars. One thing I like about the black cars that I've seen is the guys that actually put that stealth PPF on them. That satin stealth PPF, next level. Absolutely next level, man. I think that takes that car to the next level. Um, yeah, especially for anyone that's interested in getting one. If you're gonna do it and you're trying to avoid black and black is the only option, man, that thing takes it to the next level. Some of the cleanest, dopest cars was with that satin PPF. I thought about doing satin PPF on Pegasus because I think it'll take that truck to the next level. Um, they just look good, man. They just look really, really good, man. Man, they look good. Just saying. And what show was this at, TD? Good Lord, why this ain't coming up, man? Let's see. What that dude was getting out to get food. What happened? Oh, Illinois Motors. Gotcha. Man, they have heat over there, man. It's just one of them things. They definitely have heat for real, for real. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Choo-choo, choo-choo. I'm sorry, guys. I was looking for something. Man, I can't find what I'm looking for. But yeah, man. I know as he's going through his journey, bro. When I talk to Show about his car journey, especially what he's looking for right now, like you said, TD, you nailed it. Um, yeah, he's definitely looking for something pretty unique. Um, oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I know exactly which one you're talking about. That was that gentleman. It had I think it was orange pinstriping or something like that on it. It had some orange accents. That thing stood out like you would not believe. Um, I thought Aston Martin would be a good alternative, especially if you not alternative. Let me stop that. But another option is something to look at, especially if you're looking at a AMG GT. I thought it brought a different flair, a different bit of flair to the table. Something about the Aston Martin, man. Their exhaust. It's almost like they put way more engineering into what that thing sounds like. They sound amazing, absolutely amazing. The performance isn't the highest, but they sound like they do way more than what they're doing. Like real talk. TD, what else you been looking at, bro? If you don't mind talking about, of course. And talking to the dude about that stuff got me swimming thinking about all kind of stuff right now. Where's this thing? Really? Are you serious? Are you going in the other direction? Are you looking at doing something like that through a resto mod perspective, or trying to keep it kind of hot period, like big wheel, where it's still period correct, but you put some wheels on it? Because I know you're putting wheels on it. You can't let that thing slide without some wheels on it. I know for a fact. Hold up, guys, give me a second. Man, that's crazy. Doo-doo. Mm. TD, that's like, man, when I think about that, that is, man, those things are not easy to find, bro. They're not easy to find. Oh my goodness. You looking at something rare, big time rare. Can't call it. Big time rare. Yeah, bro, that's that's like buying a brand new car, bro. Like, not just the low end either, high end, where it's going. Yeah, that's gonna be one of them prices right there, bro. For real, for real. I thought you would probably lean more on that C10 side of the house, but to your point, man, like you like the rare and different. This thing right here, very rare and different. Not easy to come by either, especially whole. Um, and if I had to think about what was at Illinois Motors, man, I can't wait to see how you put that together, bro. That's gonna be next level for real, for real, big time. Yeah, yeah. Good lord. Of course, I prefer turnkey, that I can just ride now. Man, you got to think about what turnkey something like that right now costs. That's gonna hit you, bro. You're probably, um, to get exactly what you want. Of course, you'll have to build it. Building is gonna cost. Have you looked to see if you can find any of those out there already built? You don't see them that often. And that's my point. I'm just gonna check. Oh my god. Hey, I found one in West Chicago. $150,000, bro. Turnkey means you get something, especially with it's got to meet your standard. It's got to be clean. This is you're gonna pay for something that you're gonna have to put some money into. That's the crazy part. You see the miles on this? That means, in my opinion, it makes sense to completely gut the powertrain and put something else in there. Honestly, if you're gonna get the fun out of the real fun factor out of this thing, I'll say go LT4 to be honest with you. But good lord. But this is this one, in my opinion, look like it's been done right. You know what I mean? Man, the turkeys are everywhere. 200 grand. That's my point. Like yeah, it's. Oh my god. That's my point. That's all I'm saying. That's my point. This thing, I know it was gonna be stupid clean for the money. Look at the gauge; it's all beautiful. Man, this thing. Look at the leather. Bruh, if you're gonna show up, I'm just saying. This is turnkey. Chicago Motor Cars too. So I'm just saying, TD. That's a bad boy right there. For real, for real. Gee whiz. He said, but I want a big wheel, 2-wheel drive, not 4-wheel drive. Really? And I think this is 4-wheel. But the options are out there. Real talk. Whatever direction you go, this thing gonna be nasty no matter what. Why would you want 2-wheel over 4-wheel? Just curious. Because usually this one here is gonna be something that you can put into 4-wheel drive, not necessarily something that is full-time 4-wheel drive. What makes you want to do just a um, uh, just a regular old 2-wheel drive? What makes you want to go that direction? Just curious. Ooh, that's not where I want to go. And just from a note, I can always say and understand that. Yeah, I get it. I know you're not gonna be. It's not gonna be hitting foul weather. Um, I get it. I respect it. It's probably gonna be. Um, it's gonna be in probably garage queen, to be honest with you. I don't think you're gonna let it get away from you, especially going out in the snow or anything like that. Uh, so it's like I get why you would go that direction. I just feel like if you're able to have 4-wheel drive, why not? Especially if you can go back and forth. Of course, I can get into low end supercars. For real for that price. A lot of them. But it doesn't mean that's the direction that you go. You get what you want. That's what's important. If that's what you're looking for that, bro, then get that, bro. That's what you want. Never sacrifice what you want because you never want to be in a situation you're kicking yourself talking about if I could have, would have, should have. Get what you want, man. That's what's important. That's no different than not the conversation, but the going back and forth with it, just with the e-vapors conversation. He got what he wanted, man. Get what you want. That's what's key. That's what's key. I like to put big 24-inch fillets on it. Ooh, that'd be nasty. I get it. I get it. That'd be nasty, bro. For real. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, I know what you meant. Resto Mod look. I think I love Resto Mods. I ran into a couple of Resto Mods this weekend that just blew my mind, man. They were absolutely beautiful. I love Resto Mods. I think, bringing these cars back to the purest part of where they were, I mean, it's cool and all, but it doesn't always make them as drivable. I mean, meaning you'll have to drive them the way they were meant to be driven in the day that they were in their highest, if that makes sense, right? When they were hot. So you get a 70 something or another, 60 something or another, you can't really get into that car like you want to, especially with, the level of technology that we got in place today. Whereas you throw a Resto Mod on there, now you got a modern motor, modern brakes, modern suspension, right? You got a lot of things that work um, and are functional and are competitive in today's driving arena. Now you got a car you can really, really drive. To me, that's the epitome of what I see a Resto Mod being and what I appreciate about Resto Mods. Some people are still Resto Mod and keep it real pristine. Oh man, I just in my head believe it still should be driven. Like, why sit on a Resto Mod and not take it out and enjoy it? Uh, to me, that's hard for me to imagine. You have a car, you should drive it. I would not have a car and not drive it. That'll drive me nuts. I don't want to own a car that I got to keep in a bubble. To me, that's not fun. Not fun at all. Not fun at all. Two-wheel drive. What is this bug flying in here? God. Two-wheel drive on a roaster shop chat. Oh, and a good drivetrain will be able to keep up. It would, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Cooley got his chassis from, man. And I know he ain't kicking himself behind what he purchased. That was a very smart move. Roaster Shop made some great chassis. Man, I need to get nostalgic in here. I'm supposed to go visit that place. I don't know why I haven't yet, but I'm definitely want to. Definitely want to. Sorry, guys. I've been looking at this stuff. I've been looking for these documents. I've been trying to find stuff. But yeah, man. I still want to go visit that place. I know they won't let me film in there. I still want to go and walk around and see some stuff. They got some fire stuff in that place, bro. Fire. Fire. Just to visit that spot would be dope. Not gonna lie to you, man. This weekend, man, I know I wanted to talk about some of this stuff that I saw. So I wanted to drive this weekend, guys. I got to tell you that. So I wanted to drive this weekend. That was like big for me. And initially, I thought we would go up to. They got this spot It was an airport. There was a show at an airport in Middleton, Wisconsin. You say fix yourself. What's wrong, man? What's going on with me? Is there something wrong with me, Lefty? Now I gotta go see if there's something wrong with me. What's going on, Lefty? What's wrong with me? Oh, good Lord, man. Sorry about that, guys. I have no idea why that happens sometime, bro. Dang, my bad. Sorry about that, guys. I have no. Sometimes when I share the screen and get out of it and come back in, it does that. Haven't figured out why. I believe it's something that I'm doing on my end. I just don't know what it is. I got to figure that out. Sorry, guys. My apologies. Thanks, Lefty. Thanks, Willie Brown. So we were supposed to try to go out and check that out, which I thought would be super cool, man. Downfall was, well, I'm getting sick of these shows, car shows, where they try to get you, man, they want you to pay for your own trophy. That's nuts to me. So they wanted what, $40? I'm like, we're gonna drop. Now let me explain something to you. I'm trying to get the guys a cruise up there. That's one thing, right? So it'd be a nice drive. We're talking an hour, 45-minute drive. Back roads, probably just a great drive all the way up there, right? Maybe take one stop and then continue to ride. But they want $40 when you get there. I thought that was nuts, insulting. Like, why are we paying $40? Why are we doing this $40 thing? It's crazy. I hate the fact that they try to put that on us. Why not just allow us to just get in, come in, $15 if they had to be all that. For me, the only thing I'm seeing is that we're coming so far already, and then you still want us to pay $40. I don't know, man. It just drives me nuts. The new green vet. Oh, let me look into that. A green vet? Let me see, man. I'm looking for it. Hold on, Lefty. On IG. Okay, I'm checking. What was this? All right, let's see. IG. Sorry, guys. Hold on. We're getting there. Oh, my God. Yeah, that green is nasty. Let me show this. And that's the new, I think that's a Zora X, the ZR1X, I think. That green is hot. I'm not gonna hold you. That green is hot. Yeah, that's pretty nasty, bro. I like that too. I like the green. It's different. People don't expect that. That hits hard. That hits different. So imagine that with that Stealth PPF on it, right? Giving that soft green look. New color for 2026. Bro, I like it. That's next level. Especially with those yellow calibers. Yes, sir. I'm on it. Yeah, we like that. We like that a lot. Good looking out, Lefty. Appreciate you. We hit this twice. And I think I'm good. I ain't got to worry about that thing going out. That's nasty though, for real. I like that a lot. Man, what cars? Let me ask y'all this, man, because they got some interesting things happening out there, car wise. What cars are you guys excited about right now? I'm curious about that. What cars are you guys excited about right now? I'm gonna tell you what's been tripping my head out. Y'all ain't gonna believe me, man, but these Prius builds has been nasty. Y'all seen the Prius builds that's been out there? Man, they clowning with the Prius. Like ridiculous with the Prius. They setting them Prius up on a whole nother level, bro. They looking like something different. I don't know if it was real, and right now we get into this interesting space for AI, man. You don't know what's real and what's fake, right? Somebody had posted a Prius mid-engine Prius build. I'm like, bro, come on, man. This is crazy. I wonder if I can find it. A mid-engine Prius build. That thing look nasty, bro. It looked absolutely nasty. I wonder if that's real, man. Uh-oh. It is real? No, it ain't this one, no. This is a different one. It must be. It's gotta be AI. 2026, 2027 Aston Martin Vantage. Really? What got you excited about that one there, IS? Yeah, Willie Brown. I think it was AI though. I'm almost certain it was AI because it was ridiculous, bro. It was absolutely nuts. I'd be curious if I could find that again, at least what I saw. And it wasn't like race car. It looked like supercar status. It was next level, man. Ooh. Yeah, that is a good one, by the way. Very good one. Very good one. So if y'all seen some of the modern Priuses with that sleek body line, guys have been playing with that car a little bit, man. Um, they may be AI, and if they're AI, boy, they did a good job. They make that car look that much more interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am looking for me a Prius that I can put on Turo because those doggone cars bring $750 a month all day long. We got to get a couple of those on Turo. But yeah, it's got to be just AI driven, man. The things that I was seeing, it just was nuts. Like I'm searching right now, I don't even see it. I see the race car with that Super GT. I don't see any of the cars that was like a modern street car that kind of rivals some of these other cars that we got out there. They just, man, they were looking good, the ones that I saw. And of course, yeah, they're not real. It's probably AI. I hate that. It be faking us out, man. I hate that. Deep fake, the deep fake. AI be doing it to us, guys. I ain't gonna even much hold you. AI be straight doing it to us. Willie Brown, how serious were you talking about with that Z06 though, for real? Don't get me wrong, man. I think it's an amazing car. Um, just want doors going up next time. Every once in a while, I still go look at them. And that's the part that baffled me because I see the prices just coming down on those cars. I know I can't buy anything right now, and I'm good with that. And I'm trying to create the space where I need to put one when I am in a position to get something else. And that's what that garage. My goal is to be able to put more than one in there, but I want to be in a position where that's easier. 1 or 2 years away. Great move. That price is gonna be ridiculous. Yeah, you gonna probably pay for your Z06 about what I paid for mine in 1 or 2 years. I think so. I think that price is gonna actually move like that. I remember driving one on a game long ago, all yellow convertible Aston Martin. I think they're the top 3 or top 5 of the brand. Okay. You like that brand. That's one of your favorite brands. That's good, man. They are dope. Don't get me wrong. They're very unique. And as the show was alluding, you just don't see them everywhere. So they still keep their uniqueness, their rarity. You don't see them everywhere. They sound good. They look good. They turn heads everywhere they go. Right? Not a bad car to have and own. Real talk. Not a bad car to have and own. Power control and flare. Yep. Flare is big on their car because it snatches attention. They keep attention. They keep some good attention. Real talk. They keep attention. It's a good one to have. Real talk. So we talked about. So what Willie Brown said he's 1 or 2 years away. I know IS, you've been looking at that. I know Vets were calling you for a while. You have other things I'm sure that always catch your attention. Now that you started detailing, I'm sure you see more cars that you wouldn't mind putting your hands on, yada, yada, yada. What else are you doing for yourself, IS, to get closer to your goal? Either that or add a power adder to a GT350. If you saw my video from this weekend, dude had a whole supercharger on top of that GT350. To me, that's an amazing car. That's next level. It sounded so good when he fired it up and pulled off. And I'm sure it's making GT500 power. I would not be surprised if it's making GT500 power. I like GT350s also. I like the Rs. I think they're phenomenal track cars. Probably a ton of fun to drive every day. I mean, the one I drove was phenomenal. I had a great time in that car. It felt everything that I expected it to be. It was very balanced with power. If I had to compare it to when you think balanced power ratio with a car without a power adder, by the way, it's like from a C7, it's like the Z06 versus the Grand Sport. I think the Grand Sport is the perfect balance to a race car on a track than the Z06. I think the Z06 is overpowered for a track. You'll have to drive the crap out of that car to get it around and do what you want it to do. But I think the GT250 in that vein is the Grand Sport minus the power adder, perfect for the track. Adding that power adder, she's a monster. It's going to be a beast. It's going to be fun. It's going to be, again, yeah, that's that. Yeah. That part right there. It's more car than you think it is, man. That's a lot of car. Real talk. That's a lot of car. I'd love to get Zeus, and I'm still gonna probably end up doing. I got a couple of things I need to go on and line up. Is get Zeus up to about 700, maybe just north of 700 to the crank, and I think that's more than enough. Yeah, I believe so. I think so. It might be. I think that's how it lines up. If you ask me, right? Uh, if I had to say so, should I say? I still people that ask about the Z06 point them to the Grand Sport because it's going to be way more car than they could have expected or imagined. They, just thinking you need the supercharger, not always. Uh, that car is something else, and it's light. It pulls through the air because of the aerodynamics. And they always get my attention. I can be in my car and turn and look at another vet because they just catch my attention, man. I rode in my first Prius this weekend from the south suburbs to Schaumburg and back. I'm okay with the hybrid. With a hybrid, I want to get so I got a guy that manages some two rows, manage a few two rows at the church. So one of the things I want to do is I want to get a couple of cars that I can hand to him and let him manage it. He's telling me the Prius right now it brings in about $750 a month. Two of those, that's $1,400 a month. That's not a bad little side income, especially when if you're going to do it, it's just raking a little cash. Maybe it goes towards something, or you just stacking it. Like me, I need to stack as much as I can for this garage. That's my goal. Not a bad move. And for what they are, they're not bad cars. I'm just not I mean, hybrids. So I'm not mad at those hybrids. I'm not a big EV guy because I don't have to worry about plugging nothing in. But I'm not mad at hybrids. I think hybrids offer you an opportunity to extend your range when it comes to these petrol engines in some instances. When it comes to the supercar side of the world, electrification offers something different. It offers a launch that you probably didn't expect, a power boost that you wouldn't expect. It adds horsepower to the car that already has a gas motor that has horsepower. That electrification adds a little bit something extra. I'm not completely hating on hybrids. I'm good with hybrids. I'm not big on just electric cars because you dead know. After seeing what Tesla went through last winter, I would never want to be in that situation. Hybrid, you can still start the motor and drive off and go where you need to go. I never want to be in a situation where I'm stuck like hard through electrification. And don't get me wrong, some of these electric cars are pretty nice. The prices are just falling all of them. But I saw Lucids with over 500-mile range for like 40 something $1,000 this weekend. They're out there. And I love Lucid. I like Lucid better than I like Tesla. But their prices are going down. The question is why? I'm not clear on exactly why. They're way more affordable, especially for what you pay for a brand new Lucid. Lucid has a lot of really good technology. They have good touch feely things on the inside. They're really nice and luxurious. And they're fast. They're fast and they got a longer range than Tesla. If you're going to do it, that is. I don't know if I just don't know if I can. I don't know if I can bring myself to it though. That's the biggest challenge I have with electric cars. I don't know if I can bring myself to it, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. I love to hear the sounds of these cars. I love to hear exhaust. I love to feel the vibration of the motor. Not when it's missing, of course. We're not looking at that. But I enjoy it. It's tough to think about all electric cars for me. Some of them hybrids, man, they getting up there. I think Show has a car for his job that's a hybrid. I want to say he was getting like 700 something miles to the tank. Like that's crazy, man. I don't know what the fun factor is. I have fun driving my cars. That BMW, although that sucker drinks some gas, man, it is fun to drive. Like I really enjoy driving that car. I don't know if I can have the same fun factor. And don't get me wrong, you say you're okay with it, but what's the is there a fun factor, TD? Remember when Liberty died? One of the things I said, if to replace Liberty, I still wanted the fun factor. I wanted that something that was going to replace that fun factor that I had in Zeus when I'm not in Zeus. Pegasus does that. Like for real. Like this thing is so much fun. I need to do some. I'm gonna probably end up doing some more POV stuff in Pegasus. I need to do some more videos with Pegasus so y'all can see what this thing, how this thing move, and I want to do some exhaust work. I do want to hear it a little bit more, so I got to figure that out. I will at least do some type of stage 1 tune to it, and I'm thinking about doing downpipes. I wish GM would have did a hybrid technology first with the Hummer then and the EV Sierra. Yeah, I agree. Having that thing all electric, if you could have pulled off a hybrid version of that exceeded some type of 600-700 miles per tank, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. But you limit, although you create new torque, some fancy technology, some fun stuff, crab walking and torque to the roof, launches out of this world. It almost become more of a novelty than it's like that Tesla truck. People trying to use it for what it can be used for until you see it stuck in snow and it can't go nowhere. I don't think GM will fall into that space with the Hummer. I think the Hummer would probably still be as what's the word? Utilitarian as it could be. They look so good. I don't know anybody would want to. I'm sure somebody would. I shouldn't say that. But when you looked at the Cybertruck, man, the Cybertruck struggled in the winter. It struck. You got challenges with cold weather and EVs, which now you only drive in the summer. I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, it's that stuff that rubbed me the wrong way. I think the Hummer I think they look great. It's an amazing looking truck. It probably drives amazing, probably rides amazing, probably fun to drive, the whole nine. But when you get to where you're going, you still got to plug that sucker in, man. And when they first came out, they were having battery problems. I don't know if y'all know how much the battery weighs in the Hummer. It is 7,500 pounds. It's more than a car. That's just the battery. That is just the battery. For the business owner and the person that would like to see that real cool write-off, it's the perfect vehicle to buy when you need a write-off. It's well over 5,000 pounds, so you can write the whole thing off. I think some of that is shifting also, where you can actually get more out of that write-off. But he said, no, it's not fun. No, it's not fun. I just love the body styling of the new EV Sierra. I do too. I think they look really, really good because it's giving me Avalanche, right? Yeah, man. But the other side of that, right? Battery is still batteries, man. That's the only thing that run me into that space. Is that thing is a battery system, man. Wow. Hmm. I don't know, man. I like UTD. I would prefer those two vehicles in a hybrid if they had to have some level of electrification. And the way we're using technology today with electrification, I think that it would be great from a dig, especially all wheel drive. It would be great from a towing perspective. That torque is what gets you moving, right? Especially larger vehicles, barring the suspension. Imagine having enough hybrid solution within a that Sierra or that um, good lord, Hummer. It doesn't act like a 1500. Well, it actually performs like a 3500 because of the capacity of the battery and versus the electric motor. I mean, not my electric motor, but the gas engine as well. And then you get some crazy extended range, right? So that would be cool. One thing I don't think I've seen is the combination of diesel and electric. I wonder if that's something that they're thinking about. Somebody has thought about and actually put out. If has anybody seen anything of that combination? We've seen combination of gas and electric. Anybody seen anything with diesel and electric? To me, that will take like trucks and things like that, which I see uh, getting the most out of some of these EVs, not EVs, but hybrid big trucks and cars. If they were to make them, you can get the most out of that, man. Long range, the whole nine, torque, the whole nine, and that's commonly for diesel is that it's a torquey motor. They may not have their torque could be twice as much as the horsepower, right? Eh, man, I don't know, man. I'm in my biggest goal right now is I got a couple of things I'm working on. Stuff for the channel. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on. I wish it was just a couple of things. I feel like I got a ton of stuff that I'm working on. We're gonna get there. I'm wondering if I can get my daughter to help me with some of this stuff so I can see it come to the end. Because I'm having a hard time finishing a lot of stuff right now. But my one of my biggest things right now is getting solid with my stuff that I'm doing on the side. I don't know if I told you guys that I started trading. It's going very well, by the way. Um, and then I want to build this garage, man. I really want to build this garage. My goal is to build this garage. If trading keeps going the way it's going, man, I got 3 cars in mind I would love to pull in that garage. Battery weight across all platforms: GMC, Hummer, Chevy, and Cadillac. Yeah, they all got that big old heavy battery. And honestly, if I was getting a Cadillac, man, I want the V. I don't want that. I don't want that battery. Give me that grunty, heavy motor, that exhaust. Give me that. I don't know, man. I have not adapted to the EV side of what they try to put on us. They want us to use this. We still do not have the infrastructure in place to support EVs. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I hate to say it, man. I've invested in charging stations because I saw this EV thing moving into the right direction and had to get away from my charging stations because they weren't doing well. Oh, wait, did I get Shell? I got Chase. And I think I did invest in Shell. I don't know if it's the same as what they have, but not Shell got charging stations. But I don't think I wonder if it's under the same platform. But I do have Shell. So if I do have Shell and it's doing that, then I'm probably in the same vein. But I have to check. I thought I did get some Shell stock. Anyway, so part of what I'm doing right now, especially that's going to lead me down this path to start being able to look at some of these other vehicles. Of course, first must build the garage. Man, it's the trading, bro. It's doing good, man. It's doing good. If there's anything I'll recommend that anybody take a look at, is look at this. It's not as hard as you think it was. And I told myself, man, ain't no way I can do this. I ain't doing bad on it with right now, bro. I am not doing bad. Not with trading. I think I need some more time because I would probably like to share my experience with trading. I need a little bit more time, and I want to get to a certain place um, with trading, and I think that'd be closer towards the end of the year if I really start digging into my experiences, some of the things I've learned, what I'm doing with it, how am I doing with it. Um, yeah, I got some good motivation, man, from Primetime Zay and from me and Three. It really motivated me to actually get off my butt and learn this and understand it to a point where I can actually walk away with some gains and actually do something decent with this. Um, we talk about car stuff all the time, but sometimes we need to talk about some of the things that allow us to acquire cars. Got into some spiritual conversation, which allow us to stay in our vein and be, recognize our blessings that we have. But man, when you start thinking about some of the other opportunities to acquire, that's the part right there. That's the part. This trading thing is next level. Right now, I'm working with 3 people that want to learn this and helping them down that vein, man, and to understand it so that it can take it to the next level. Big trucks and buses are dabbing into really. I didn't know that. You came from that side of the house, so I get it. Yeah, which makes sense. It makes sense. I need to fix my car. Cash. um, and when you say cash, my assumption is you saying that trading isn't cash. It is. It's real money. It you can take draw on it weekly. Check IG. It's real money. IS. You wouldn't believe how much real money it is. It'll blow your. Oh Lord. Ooh, this paint is nasty. Let me show you this. TD, I'm sure you appreciate this. He said, I just need money. No, you just need to learn. You need an avenue to make money. I know a bunch of people that just need money, but you don't have the propensity to make it. That money will never exist unless you're just looking for somebody to give you money. But look at this thing. This thing is super clean. And when I talk about trading, again, it's a convertible. Wow. Okay. It's the propensity to learn. I could teach you how to make money. I'm not going to just give you money. Let's go back to biblical. I could teach you how to fish and be a fisherman of men to go out there and get it. Or I can constantly feed you. I'm not going to feed you. That don't make sense to me. Man, yeah, this is nasty. Brian, it's a drop top. Like, that's crazy. It looks good. I'm looking at this top. Okay, there go the line right there. I didn't even see the line for this thing to come off the top of it. That's nasty, bro. Bro, that's nasty. For real, for real. I tell you, man, teach you how to make it without with $50. Show you how to start making money with $50, man. Real talk. Been down this road, bro. I didn't learn this. Oh my God, this is bananas to me. How I learned this and how it works. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. I think not having a space is what's keeping me from having random vehicles sitting around my driveway. That's me. I got Liberty still in my driveway. I gotta get rid of that Jeep. I'm gonna find somebody to pull this Jeep away from here because I want that space back in my driveway, first of all. But eventually I want to get the garage so I could put other cars in it. I'm like you, I don't want anything to live outside. Liberty not moving, so Liberty stays outside. But I don't want anything to stay outside, and I want more vehicles. That means I got to get a place to put them, right? I'm not going to Iron Gate and buying that. I mean, I love my brother Cliff over but Bespoke Motors, but it's easier for me to have that here than to have it someplace else. So it makes sense to build my own garage. So I got to figure that out. But that's the same for me. I definitely want more, but I got to have a place for them. They can't live outside. Right now, I'm not completely in the space to buy anything else, but it's coming. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's nasty. That's straight nasty, that Lefty. Real talk. Yeah, man. And I think, honestly, I believe that I have the vehicle, not speaking of an actual vehicle, that's going to get me there. More and more, y'all going to hear me talking about this trading because I want to be able to share this with people because I think that it's opportunity that people don't realize actually exists. And it's a real opportunity to make money, supplement what you're already making, or create a whole new career out of. Just talk about a full size convertible. I wonder if he saw that. I wonder if he saw what we posted. If he was still in here, Lefty. Man, my brother was supposed to come in, and he's in a training or something like that. I think right now. You say he might be late when he joined. I'm starting to get real hungry. And I'm trying to wait for him, man, but I'm starting to get real hungry. We're gonna try to slide for another 30 minutes. Um, but I'm starting to get real hungry. Man, man. Man, that's what Lefty talk about. He would love to get that single cab Ford, isn't it, Lefty? That you looking at? A Super Snake? I think you talk about that almost every week. What's that on the calendar? That's what's on the calendar. Wait, what am I missing? Lakefront. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, it is on the calendar. Lakefront. It's Rex's event. God dog it. I should have been talking about that. Rex's event is this weekend. It is Saturday. I have a funeral that I'm going to first. And then from that funeral, I'm going straight out to the car show. The car show is down the street, not too far, is in Winthrop Harbor, so it's not too far from my church where the service is going to be. Simulcast Super Snake, they hard to find now. Yes, they are. Yes, it is Saturday, and I do plan on being there. That's Rex's event. It should be one for the ages. I have not been out to a lot of car shows this year. And Rex has been mad at me a little bit. He's like, man, where you been? Where you been? I just haven't been out at a lot of shows. I've been driving. It's been weather. It's been this. It's been that. I've been trying to take care of a lot of stuff on my end. It's been a different kind of year. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a different kind of year. And it hasn't been one where I've been driving most of the time. It's just been a different kind of year, man. Luckily, I've been in the middle truck since I moved Class Act, since the movie Class Act. Hey, man, I used to be in the mini trucks too. I used to have a Nissan Lord, purple, manual. I used to love that truck. I had a mini truck, man. I had a mini truck. I had me a mini truck. I used to love that truck. I went from that mini truck to a big old Yukon. But that little truck was so much fun. It was fast. I enjoyed it. I used to buy all the magazines. I had chrome wheels on that thing. The chrome grill. I had the chrome bumper on the back. I had the chrome accents around. I had this thing sparkling, and it was that purple that shifted. So it went from purple to blue to green. Man, I used to love that little truck. That little truck used to get it, and it was a single cab, believe it or not. I wonder if I don't have any pictures of that truck. Or do I? It's in one of our old albums. Oh God, this is what my truck used to look like, man. God, I miss that little truck, man. That sucker used to get. I don't miss it to a point where I felt like I needed it, need to have it. Don't get me wrong. I look at the pictures of these mini trucks, and let me see if I can find a picture that I can share with y'all, man, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. What my little truck used to look like. I can look at this truck and still remember what it smelled like inside the truck. That's crazy. He started with the GMC S15. Look up the GMC Chevy F15. My first truck was a V8 single cab short bed Dodge Dakota. I used to want a Dodge Dakota bad. I used to think they were one of the coolest trucks out there. This is the closest I would say that my truck looked like. This one right here. And it's all one color. It's just that the way the sun hits it. And I had a couple of I had more cars than I had trucks. And once I got away from trucks, as once they stole my Yukon, man. I bought a Ford truck after that. My bad. This one right here, this one reminds me so much, and it's about the same, almost the same stance. The chrome mirrors, chrome handles. Oh God, I smell chrome bumper, the chrome grill. And it was stance like it was low. I had so much fun in this truck, man. This sucker was fast. I used to race people in this truck. Oh, you talking about the Chevy S10? 96 single cab. Man, I used to enjoy that little Nissan, bro. For a minute, I was trying to get the extended cab like this. But then my wife was like, nah, you need to get a big truck. This too little for you. That's when I got the Yukon. I used to enjoy that little Nissan, though. It was fun to run. It was fun to run, real talk. Oh, there we go again with that foolishness. Yeah, it was fun to run, man. I had a lot of fun with that thing. It's some of those vehicles that, if I had to play with it again, I'd do something a little different with it, especially from a motor perspective. It was so light, man. It had a little four banger that pulled this car like you would not believe. This thing used to run for a four banger. God, look at this thing. I really like that little truck. I'm not gonna even hold y'all. 90 truck life, baby. Yes, sir. It definitely was, man. It definitely was. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because this was when I had this truck when we was living on base before we built the house. It was in the 90s. Yeah, we crossed over 1999 on that base, so it was definitely around that time frame. I really had fun with that truck. I think once we crossed over is when I got the Yukon. Crossed over in the 2000s. Man, got me thinking, looking at these little trucks. They were fun, man. They were fun. They were fun. I can't hold you. They were fun. Man, that was a whole thing back in the day, man. Y'all remember mini trucks like straight took over. Like mini trucks was everywhere. They were everywhere. I had a four banger. I can honestly say I tried to get the 6-cylinder because I wanted to keep that car. I dated my wife in my Dakota. She liked me. Oh, I was. Yes, indeed. I was married when I had my truck. He said he was the president of the Big Boy Toy. And really? Man, I didn't do clubs, man. I guess I was so busy. I was in my own little space. I felt I ain't do clubs, man. Nothing wrong with them. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't do them. I never thought I was, that fancy for a club. I didn't think I had nothing that was worthy, to be perfectly honest with you. But I had some clean cars, man. Definitely had some clean cars. Went on dates in that S15. Man, let me see. Oh yeah, I remember them. Definitely remember them. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at this boy. Man. Man. Here you go, Lefty. Let me bring you some nostalgia, Lefty. This a bad boy though. I don't know if you're ready for this one. This a bad boy. Close this Holly. This thing nasty. Real talk. Let me blow it up for you, Lefty. Bro, look at this dude. I love these wheels. Love these wheels. Sheesh. Basic, that'll do for it. Yes, indeed. It's a Pontiac Grand Am Club. Really? Man. I mean, some of the cars I had, I could have been in somebody club. Especially with the Cutlass Supreme, the Trans Am, the little truck, mini truck, especially all the work I put into that Yukon. I don't even know if I got pictures of the Yukon, man. I think I took pictures of the Yukon with a flip phone. Either flip phone. I can't. Man. Then I got into. And you know what? They had more clubs. I'm sure they had way more clubs and all that up here. I was in New Orleans, man. We ain't had a lot of that down there. We ain't got a lot of that down there. Yeah, them squared off mirrors. Yeah. Or rectangle, whatever. Suckers that formed on that door. Yeah. We didn't have a lot of clubs down there like that. Real talk. People that got together, but there wasn't a lot of clubs down in the South. Not in Louisiana like that. Not back in that day. We just didn't have it. Did it really? Sound like a V8. I like that S10. This one had a 5.3 swap in it. It sound beastly. Very beastly. And I wish I had pictures of those things. I just don't have pictures of them. No, thank you. Appreciate you. Grazie. But Texas was known for that. Like even being in New Orleans, we know Texas had all kind of clubs. Like you always saw primarily two places that had that filled up all those magazines, Texas and California. We didn't get that up. Louisiana, we ain't had a lot of traffic down there. Texas and California filled those magazines. They were all over those magazines. Big time. And Fat and Lowrider Club. They were everywhere. Honestly, I mean, and not everywhere. Let me stop lying. There were lowriders. We had some of them cats that was trying to do that in New Orleans. They ain't know how to do it. It just wasn't realistic. They ain't know how to do it. And we didn't have. I didn't see a lot of vets in New Orleans. I don't remember seeing a lot of vets. At least not where I was. When the lowrider scene was hitting hard, trying to remember what cars was actually popping. Fords, I think Mustangs were hitting hard out here. Something about them just they started raining. Not out here at home. Man, we did not have a lot of vet. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I came up here, I was in Texas after Katrina for a while, and I got to see the car scene in Texas then. But when I came up here, I mean, I saw some of that scene in California. I don't know, man. Based on what I see out here, Illinois do it different, bro. They do it big too. They do it well. This car scene out here, they got people that don't move around enough, and they don't see the things that's happening in all parts of this area. There's nothing you can't find in Illinois, like for real. This scene is fire, man. The only downside with Illinois car scene is that the winter kills it. That's the only downside. If it wasn't for the winter, this scene is crazy. It is absolutely nuts. Where were we? Ray and I went to St. Charles. You would not believe all the cars that we passed just driving to St. Charles. Really? Bro, at least I didn't have that in New Orleans. And if they existed, I didn't know about them. A lot of people didn't cruise like that. Part that killed me after talking to me and Three, after on that chat, how the whole car scene in New Orleans is basically dead. You can't even have a pull up and park. Shut down all car shows in the city. That's so stupid, man. Got to go to Baton Rouge or north of the lake to have a car show. Bruh, that part. That's my favorite part about some of the gathering. But you see a lot of that out here, like tons of that out here. What you start to see more of out here, Chicago can dab in any lane except Houston slabs. You're right. You're absolutely right. I agree. 110%. I think that's the only lane that we just can't do that. Everybody go to Baton Rouge now. Facts. Everybody go to Baton Rouge now. Baton Rouge got a pretty dope car scene. To me, it's like for the people in New Orleans that have to go to Baton Rouge, it's like me going almost anywhere midway of the city, 45 minutes to an hour. That's like going to Schaumburg, Naperville. That's how long it take to get there. So that's no different than driving, in my opinion, than driving to Baton Rouge. In Chicago, they just do it different, man. What you start seeing now in some of these shows, they got people that don't mind coming and just being at a show. A lot of the drivers that come to these car shows, they'll come in, park, stay for about 30, 40 minutes, and they out. They're hitting the road. They driving. You start to see more of that where people don't stay at shows, man. Which I ain't mad at them. I got a shirt the other day that said I'd rather be driving. There's way more fun in driving than sitting in a parking lot. Really? Cody said, man, they got a little bit of everything down there now. You starting to see supercars down there more. To me, I think the scene is turning out to be kind of similar to what we see out here. A little bit of everything. I think you're still going to have big wheel cars, box Chevys, and so on and so forth. But they got a little bit of everything in Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge, being a capital, there's a little bit more affluence down there. A few more people, a little bit more coins. would love to get down there and check out that scene, real talk, one of these days. I still would love to do a cruise down to the city, to New Orleans from up here. Take a couple of days, make a few stops, hang out down there for a minute, and then work our way back up through Texas. I like to come down through Indiana, Tennessee, Alabama, back through to New Orleans, to Louisiana, and then work our way back through Texas, St. Louis, and then up to Illinois, back home. I would love to do that big old loop. Have to be about a week or so to do so. I'm planning. I'm working on that. We're gonna get that, make that real. It's all about color. Yeah, you said that already. Texas got everything though, bro. They got a strong supercar community. They got a big old big Corvette community down there. Texas got a little everything though, bro. Texas got everything. To me, it's pretty close to what we have here. Illinois got tons, and it's connected through Wisconsin as well. So you get them people up north and across Indiana, and also in Michigan that flow here through Chicago. So Chicago's car scene is just like, when I say stupid, it's stupid, bro. Absolutely nuts. I don't know. I mean, you're going to see a lot of these cars everywhere you go, but when you see what comes out here, it's a crazy scene. Chicago is so big. We have supercars downtown, yep, North Shore, western suburbs, southern suburbs, and now parts of Indiana. Don't miss out on the fact that we got southern Wisconsin. We got some of these cats rolling out of Detroit, out of the Michigan area. And all these underlying suburbs, bro, it's huge out here. It's huge. And most of the cats I've run across, it's some cool cats, man. These some cool folk. They ain't so pretentious or into themselves. I really do appreciate my guy Omar. Shout out to Omar Olaf. He, does the gaming stuff. He got that chrome green Lamborghini. I've never seen a guy, every time I see him, he just got this huge, big old smile on his face. Just super welcoming, super cool guy. Super dope dude, man. Ever get a chance to meet him, I recommend going to talk to him, shake his hand. He good people, man. Real good people.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Nobody talking to you, Siri. But yeah, to your point, TD, it's all connected. All connected. Man. I think where Texas edges out, and I say it over and over again, is because of the weather. That's when they edge us out. They get to drive longer than we do. One of the things I was thinking about doing was with these exotics is having exotic car rentals. Have them up here part of the year, Texas part of the year, and then go back and forth. All of them suckers got Montana license plates. That's another thing I finished that LLC for that. And we putting that in Montana. If you know, you know. Man, I hope my brother can come in here and hang out with us. He look like he's too busy. Now, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I got some food, but it's time to get some other stuff done too. Man, I appreciate you guys hanging out, man, and doing this with me. I love the banter and the conversation. I never even thought about the car clubs that were back in the day, man. Like that wasn't even realistic for us up in Louisiana. Like at least down in New Orleans, I ain't see that many car clubs like that. They may have been, I ain't see them. And the type of club, that's the other thing. It's some cool stuff. It's unique, and bro, look into it, man. LLC Montana, yeah. Already got an address on lock. About to knock it out. We'll talk about that. I don't know if you noticed, man. When stop paying attention, TD, when you go to Iron Gate and look at some of these supercars and they got Montana license plate on them. That car is owned by an LLC or a corporation. It's not owned by that person. Trying to told you. I got a plan. But yeah, man, I do appreciate you guys coming out. We got more, like I said, man. As I ramp up on some of the stuff that I'm learning and doing, I want to share it. I like to share this experience with y'all. I'm just not ready yet. Not that it's going bad, because it's going very well. Like for real. But I want to give it some time before I can have the conversation the way I want to. I don't want to talk about what I want to do. I want to talk about what I've done and what I'm doing. And because of the direction that I want to go, I need to put a little bit more time behind me so I can make it make sense. We're going to get there. But listen, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you guys for rolling with me through this. Do appreciate you guys for hanging in with me, man. I know show probably lost power. I have no idea what happened with Ray. I don't know. I think he just wanted to get off. Maybe it's all good. Just say bye. That's all you got to do. But man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for hanging. Thank you guys for being in here with me, man. It means a lot when y'all hang in with me, despite whatever's going on. Yeah, man. I got another video I need to put together and share with you guys, or hopefully I can get that done tonight and have that one ready. I still got to work on that doggone cruise video. We're getting there. But listen, man, y'all know how we do, man. We don't do normal things around here. Not the mundane. Why is that? Because we're designed for greatness. Because we're designed for greatness, guys, you have the right, the responsibility, and authority to never be average. So don't be average. Yeah. Always remember, man, freedom ain't free for more than one reason. Freedom ain't free. But shout out to all our veterans, active duty, reserves, retired, separated, or passed on, transition. Always remember, freedom ain't free. Salute to our veterans. I holla.